I'm Tim. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, just an average dad doing his best to stay in shape and hopefully stay in shape for the long haul. It's going to be a bicep workout today. Going to be warming up the 10 pounds. Going to jump right into it. Here we go. As always, I try to keep my exercises as simple and basic as possible. That way it takes away from any excuse not to do them. If it's simple, it's really hard to not get it done. And that's the whole focus. Make sure you also take that time to warm up. A good warm up is key. It's not something you want to skimp on. Gives you a chance to check your body for any injuries, anything that's going to be to your detriment, especially before you grab heavier weights, figuring it out. Like last night I did a big leg day and I was really frustrated. I didn't eat very good yesterday, and that definitely could feel that in my workout. That's why eating properly is important. Getting a good balance. You don't want to shortchange yourself because you didn't eat properly. So today I did a better job. And that was the 20-pound dumbbells. Still warming up, just a little bit heavier weight. And I am wearing the 20-pound vest, and it's mostly just for fun. It doesn't bring a lot to this exercise, except, just feels good to take it off when I'm done. But I like having it, so I don't have much of a good reason for it, except for that. I'm just a sucker for pain. It's a nice 80, so we're at 88 degrees in the garage today. Getting some sweat going on pretty fast here. It's the heart rate going up a little bit more than if it was cooler. I have only been working out in this garage when it's hot. I'm curious to see what winter is like. I moved last year, and I haven't been in this place for a full year yet. I don't know what winter's like, how cold it gets, but I think there'll be some relief in the garage when it's not, 80, 88, 89 degrees. arms are feeling a little tired today, which is annoying because I don't want that to be the case. I'm gonna be jumping up to 40 pounds, just gonna give myself a quick minute to reset. Trying to make sure I hit this as hard as I can. Since, having taken like 2 months off while I was moving and being sick, I haven't been able to do a full set of 10 with the 40 pounds yet. And I'm hoping today is the day to break that. Last week I did 9. So in order to be better than last week, I do have to hit the 10 today. Let's make that happen. You and me, we're a team. Let's do this. The worst part about that set is the sweat that's just got in my eyes. Ooh, that's annoying. All right, we got a 10. A little bit of a swing in the hips there. You gotta get that down. Man, a nice sweat trickle in the eye. It's always such a pleasant experience. Makes me realize I never want to be pepper sprayed. As annoying as salt is, I can't imagine how worse being pepper sprayed is. I'd like to avoid that experience if possible. And it is possible. I made it this far in my life with never being pepper sprayed. I'm gonna give it 15 more seconds and jump back on it. So last week I did a set of 9, then a set of 6 was my second set. So to beat that, I gotta get to 7. And I believe we can do this. Once again, you and me. Let's do this. Ooh, that was ugly there. I had to abandon that. That was 5, so that's 1 less than last week. But I was not gonna do the necessary hip thrust to get it up higher than that. Thought about it. A little abandon. I'll give it a minute and go again. I'd really like to get 3 sets of 10 done with the 40s so I can start working on the 50s. But let's try and do it reasonably in a safe manner. Not with a bunch of bad form or a bunch of cheating reps. It's gonna take a lot of work. But it will be worth it. All right, here we go. That's 3. I'm gonna 40 seconds and try for a couple more sets. Normally I will drop down once I can't hit 8, but I really want to chase this down, and I'm just gonna keep pushing with what I can at the 40s while trying to maintain that good form or have good form. All right. All right, that's 3. I'm gonna drop one down to the 30s. I got some excuses lined up for why I'm not getting where I want. Just some good old dad excuses. My sleep has been horrible once again. I got woken up like 3 times, 3 times last night. But then I had to go sleep in one of my kids' beds because my one kid, who's probably training, peed their bed. I couldn't put them back in it. So I put them in my bed with my wife. We're all in there, and my other kid has a bad dream and is scared. So I had to go up there and then had to lay down with them in their bed, which sucks. And they were moving like crazy all night. So on top of sleeping in a bed that sucks, I just spent all night getting woken up by them rolling around. A lot of fun. Joys of being a dad. Again, don't become a dad unless you really want to. I really wanted to, and so it works out for me. But if somebody had tricked me into it, oh, that would suck. All right, it was 30 pounds. Not easy. Not easy at all. Oh. Give it 40 seconds and jump back on it. Man, like I said, fueling your body right, making sure you give it enough protein to recover is key. Whether you do that by eating protein or taking supplements is up to you. I don't do any like protein shakes or protein powders. I just try to get all my protein from food that I eat, milk that I drink, and keep it pretty basic. I will say that I'm not opposed if you take like protein powders or protein shakes or a bunch of supplements. The one nice thing about what I do is that I know that I can maintain my physique just by eating good food. I know that I don't have to go out and spend a lot of extra money to look the way I do. Now, some people would say, well, that's because you don't look, all that amazing. There's guys that look way better and stronger than you. And I will concede that point. Like, obviously, I'm not peak, I'm definitely not doing any bodybuilding shows. But for me, I feel good about the way I look. I'd like to lose weight here. Well, overall, physically, my muscles, I feel strong. I keep getting stronger, and I feel good about that. So it's nice. I used to take protein powders and supplements and stuff, and I learned that a lot of the stuff that I thought was helping me wasn't actually helping me and wasn't doing much for me. So I cut it out, and I didn't really see like a big drop in what I was doing. As long as I get the right amount of protein, that is key. It is harder to get the right amount of protein just by eating sometimes if you're not taking the time to cook, but it can be done. Proper planning. Eight. That's just 8. Oh, my kids are bickering. All right. Whoa. This is how parenting works. You try to get a nice workout in, and very hard to do. Very hard to do when they're both awake. I'm supposed to try and work out in the mornings, but man, when they're waking me up multiple times in the night, it's so much harder to wake up at like 6 o'clock to work out. When they wake you up and it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, they wake you up again at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Every time you look at that clock and you're doing the math, is that how many hours of sleep you have left. It's just so hard to like get up and get it done in the morning. All right, that's 7. You're down to 25s. Again, though, I signed up for this. I wanted this. I wanted to be a dad. It makes it all, worthwhile. But it can be hard. That's 25 pounds. You give it 30 more seconds, or 20, sorry, 15 more seconds. I'm gonna tell you, it's been hard, or not hard, but interesting. It's been adding more sports to my kids' schedule on top of their school schedule. There's a lot more driving, a lot more like planning, strategic planning that I haven't had to do before as far as dinners go. I still want to have good dinners. So I'm making sure that I cook ahead of time. I have plans. None of their like practices are at convenient times for dinner. So gotta really, really get on the ball with making good plans. And that has not always been my strong suit. So it's time to just keep getting better as a dad, I guess. All right, got 15 seconds. This is gonna be the last set. All right, that's 8. And that is it. I am out of time. Thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate it. Hope you have a good evening, good morning, good night, wherever you are in the timeline. And God bless you. Thank you. All right, today's bicep workout was with the 20-pound vest just for fun. I did 3 sets of 10 with the 10 pounds, 3 sets of 10 with the 20 pounds. With the 40 pounds, I did 1 set of 10, 1 set of 5, 2 sets of 3. With the 30 pounds, I did 4 sets of 10, 2 sets of 8, 1 set of 7. With the 25 pounds, I did 3 sets of 10. Thank you so much.